Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I told you it wouldn't be long. I'm back for another journaling session. I've really been enjoying my free time lately. Not that it's a great deal of free time, but it is a bit more free time than I was having. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying being at home and being able to play with my craft supplies. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing, trying to get a bunch of stuff up on Etsy right now. I've got digitals and I have some other stuff, but yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit of time just because I have like so many things that I'm getting ready to put up on Etsy. So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully I'll get some journals put up soon as well. So the floral paper in the background there, that is Latka paper, and I am just using some tea-dyed paper, and I realize that I don't really use my paper punches as much as I should. I have a ton of them and I just don't ever think to get them out. So today I decided I was going to use one of my paper punches. I had several out, but I think this is the only time I ever actually used them. And I didn't do it for any particular purpose, just to kind of make that tea-dyed paper look a little bit more interesting on the page. So I'm just going to fiddle around with all these little pieces that I have until I'm satisfied. This page is primarily about my new car. I have literally been driving the same car for like 8 or 9 years now. And I decided that it's still a good car, you know, but I just decided that I wanted a new car. So yeah, I got like a little used car, you know, nothing super fancy, but I love it, and it's a manual, so it makes me really happy. I don't know why, I just really wanted a manual. You know, when I got the other car that I had gotten it right after my car broke down, like right after I gave birth to my youngest, and I was desperate for a car, so I just kind of like went out and bought like a little it's a Trailblazer, so it was like the closest thing to a minivan without putting me in a minivan, because I'm just not the minivan type, you know. But yeah, I just wanted something that I was going to enjoy driving, and now that I don't have 3 kids in car seats that I have to fit in the car, I was going to get something that I wanted. So this is my new car, and I'm just tucking the pictures that I had of it in this junk mail envelope. It had a huge window in the front of it, so I really wanted to utilize that in some way. So I just put those pictures in there to showcase the car, and I'm just going to glue all the flaps down. And then the telegram that's on that page, that is a printable telegram, and I will link the Etsy shop that I got that from. I think it's only 1 telegram in the pack, but it's like maybe $1 or $2. So yeah, it's just a cute little background piece or something like that, and the quality of the digital is really nice. I can't for the life of me think of the Etsy shop's name, but I will link it in the description box if you're interested. I'm also going to try to get some of those up in my shop. I have some telegrams, some vintage telegrams as well, but I just don't know when that's going to be. I have so many ideas and things that I'm working on for Etsy right now. Plus, I want to start a new journal set. So yeah, just tons of stuff that I'm trying to get up on Etsy, and I am slowly working it on, but you know, it's going to take me a little bit of time. So I'm just gluing the telegram printable down, and then the Latka paper printable. I don't know if I mentioned that, but the floral paper is Latka paper, and I printed that. That's a digital. I printed it directly on the Latka paper, so it's like printing on handmade paper, which is super cool. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have probably all heard of that already, and I'm just discovering this, and I just think it is the coolest paper ever. So you'll probably see a lot of that in the future. I'm just putting some washi tape down the edge and just around the page just for decoration, and also to make sure that the paper doesn't come up in the middle of the journal. And now I'm going to, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this envelope. So I decided that I would make it like a tip in and flip it up so that I could do some journaling underneath it. So I just washi tape that over the edge of the page, and then I'm going to put a little bit more washi tape along that crease. I ran a little bit of glue on that washi tape because it was not feeling super sticky. So yeah, just to make sure that it didn't come up in the future. And then I had one more picture of my car at my house, which yeah, obviously I like that it has my old car in the background, so I just like that picture. And then I'm just going to put the picture up at the top of that page, and then that little tea-dyed piece that I punched along the edge, that piece I'm actually going to make into a little pocket in a second. So this is actually a piece of chipboard that I had cut out of a custom journal that I recently made, and I just saved the piece because I had painted it, and I just thought the colors looked really cool, so I just cut it into a tag shape and then punched a hole in it, put like a little faux eyelet in it, if you will. And now I'm making a pocket out of that tea-dyed paper, and I'm just going to tuck the tag inside of there. So this is a word snippet, which also I feel like I don't use enough of my word snippets. I went through this whole process of making a big book to store them all in, and then it's a huge book, so then I just don't want to pull it out. So I am trying to use some things that I don't always use. I think that one thing that is always consistent in my journaling pages are labels, but I don't want every page to be exactly the same. And I tend to kind of just get in a creative rut and do the same thing over and over and over again. So today I was trying to do something a little bit different. I'm just distressing the edges of the envelope just to kind of make that stand out a little bit more, I guess. Or maybe blend in a little bit more. I don't know. I just felt like it needed it. And then this is a guest check that I had tea-dyed, and I think it looks really cool. It was a little darker than I had intended for it to be. So I decided I would just do my journaling there, and that would just kind of hide under that envelope. So I'm cutting it down to the size that I need it, and I'm just going to glue that straight down to the page. I didn't want to cover up all of the music paper that was under that, so I just cut it down instead of doing it long ways. It's a good thing washi tape isn't super sticky to the point where you can't take it off and readjust it, because I am like the queen of readjusting washi tape. I don't know why. I just stick it down, and then I'm like, I don't like it there, and then I move it, and I move it 100 times, and I have to put glue on it because it's ridiculous, really. That is a sticker. These are both stickers from the Sticky Club. And I really just love the Sticky Club. Like, this isn't sponsored by the Sticky Club, which it should be, because I'm telling you, I love Sticky Club. I love all their stickers, and I get them once a month. And if you're interested, I'll show you guys. But yeah, they just have like the cutest little stickers, and I get the vintage pack every month, and it's only like $10, so it's worth it to me to have so many stickers. So of course I put a label there. I put that little bonsai tree sticker down next to it, and now I'm going to back the little tag that I made with tea-dyed paper. And before I cut it, I realized that maybe I wanted a longer strip of paper that kind of folded down from the tag so that I'd have a little bit more journaling space. So I decided to fold up the paper and then cut the tag shape out. I accidentally cut into that paper, so it was semi-attached when I opened it up, and you'll see that in a second. But I fixed it, no problem. I just put some washi tape there. See, it got cut. But I'm just gonna put a little bit of washi tape along the edges, and then yeah, it's all better, no problem. That was because I wasn't paying attention to where I was cutting. So I'm just gonna punch through that hole that I already had there, and then I'm gonna use a little bit of, this is silk yarn, which I got from Nick the Booksmith, and I think it's gorgeous. So and it's so soft. I love it so much. It's my favorite yarn. So I just tied that onto the tag just to have something there. It's not really for anything, and I made the strings extra long because I love it so much. And then I had the actual tag that was on my keys, so I'm putting that in here as well, and I'm just going to use that yarn again to tie that onto the page. My camera cut out while I was doing this, and I failed to get all of it videoed, so all I did was I just tied it around. I actually went back and tied it around each hole, so yeah, forgive me, I'm sorry. And then I just put this little love paper clip on there just to kind of hold all that together. And then on to the next page, I am going to be journaling about what my life is like a year after COVID began, because it has officially been a year since all of this started, and I'm just trying to kind of keep my hopes up, and I know they're like talking about all kinds of stuff, and so I'm just ready for my life to come back to normal, kind of, you know? Like, I miss being able to go to events and stuff and not have to like make an appointment. I think you have to make an appointment to go to Six Flags right now, which is ridiculous. And I just want to like go somewhere, you know? My kids have been wanting to go to Disney World for years, and yeah, I really want to be able to take them there, and you know, I have a lot of woes about the pandemic and all that, so yeah, this page is really intended to kind of show me what I should be grateful for with all of this, and just kind of make me happier. So this is a calendar page which I was gifted, and I'm just going to glue that straight down to the page, and it says be joyful at the top, so I felt like that was pretty relevant for this page. and kind of my intentions for the page. So I glued that down, and then I put, this is like a little project life card, I guess, on top of there, just because I like it. It brings me joy, so I just wanted to put it there. It has no rhyme or reason whatsoever. Sometimes I just put things down because they bring me joy and I like to look at them, and it might not have any particular purpose, and that's okay. I think that's kind of the point when you're looking back on the page, to feel good about it, you know. So I also realized that I don't use a lot of fabrics or linens or anything, so I decided to cut one of my doily pieces and kind of do some layering in my journal. So I made this into like a little pocket, and I'm just gluing the edges down because the lace is if I were to put double-sided tape or anything on there, then it would kind of come through the lace and then it would be sticky. So I just glued it, and that way it'll be sticky for a minute and then it'll go away. So I'm just gluing that straight down on both of the edges and then along the bottom as well. And then I put like a little bit of ribbon along the top, which I just glued the two edges of, and that'll be like a little belly band or like a double pocket, like that. And then just like a little silk flower on the top. And then that is the other piece to the Telegram digital that I just had laying around, and it's like a little envelope and you just fold it up. So cute. So I glued that together, and then I'm just going to use that for a little bit of journaling space on this page. I'm just distressing the edges a little bit more, and then I stuck that little paint chip in there. I just really like that paint chip because it's got like the border along the top where I could put a label. So of course I picked those up because I thought they were really cool. And then this is a tag from some clothes or something, and of course I'm going to use that as a label as well. So I'm just stapling that along the edge, and it will kind of poke out like a little tab. And now I'm just putting some ledger paper. I'm going to cut it down to size and then fit that into the little Telegram envelope. And then I'm just going to put a little paper clip over that just to keep it together. I actually got the paper clip in some an Etsy order, so I thought it was cute. So now I am trying to incorporate the last few pieces that I wanted to use. I have this llama picture, and he has a mask on, which I felt was relevant, and he's my no drama llama, so I put him on there just because he makes me happy. So originally I glued this piece of ledger down, but for some reason nothing wanted to stick to the tracing paper, so I ended up having to go back and put some double-sided tape along the edge of that envelope and the ledger paper. So I just put that envelope along the edge of the page just so it flips out and I can still use the actual envelope part. And now I am cutting apart some Girl Scout cookies. And so the story behind this is that, you know, normally Girl Scout cookies, they're out there selling Girl Scout cookies in front of like grocery stores and whatever. And since COVID happened, they're not doing that. And I ended up having to get my Girl Scout cookies from like a little thrift store. They were selling Girl Scout cookies at a stand. Like they were not there. Like the Girl Scouts were not there, you know. And they had just laid out a bunch of Girl Scout cookies, and they were like, here, put the money in the thing. And I'm like, really? This is what the world has come to. Like Girl Scouts can't even sell their cookies. So I'm just going to glue this along the edge of that envelope because it just happened to be the perfect size for that. I actually did not know that's what I was going to do with that, but yeah, I can still use the envelope, and it fit perfectly there. And of course, now it's label time, so I'm sticking several labels on several different pieces just to be able to annotate my life, because, you know, when I look back on it in several years, I'm not going to know what's going on if I don't have it labeled. So yeah, that's just a little piece of tea-dyed paper that I had that I just covered up the original writing on the tag. And then this is some more tea-dyed paper. I have tons of tea-dyed paper. It's intense. It's ridiculous. So I just folded that up and put that in the envelope pocket. And then I just covered the blank space with something else off camera. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I was very inspired with these 2 pages, and I hope it inspired you in some way as well. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.